At first, I thought this was fake because it just seemed so, like, fake. But no, this is actually posted by Adam Schefter, which is insanely crazy to say. But Darius Slay will not be playing football versus the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend. He got claimed by the Bills, and he doesn't know if he wants to play. He doesn't know if he wants to continue playing football or he wants to retire. Yeah, this is such a weird situation. We have not seen a player get signed or claimed on waivers by a team and then just go, oh, yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to play. I think it's going to be GG. Slay is honored by that first-class organization like the Bills has claimed him, but he's going to take some time away from football right now and decide in the next few days if he wants to keep playing. Now, I will make the joke because I think the joke is warranted. Darius Slay realized that he was about to play against, Joe Burrow and realized that his life was about to be absolutely horrendous playing against Joe Burrow. And that's probably why he, decided to quit, which I don't blame him. When you got to go against Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase, you're probably just better off say, hey, I don't want that headache. Now, reality-wise, the guy's old, okay? The guy's not a young guy. He's an old player. And, I'm just curious how the situation went through. So they claimed him off waivers. I guess they didn't sign him to a deal yet. I guess it was kind of just like a verbal agreement. And then obviously he comes in and he actually signs their deal and gets their deal figured out. Because I see a lot of Bills fans, and they were really happy about this signing. And going against him this weekend, I was kind of concerned, not just because the fact that, listen, Darius Slay, big play Slay, he's been very successful for a very long time. Obviously, he's not as good as he used to be. There's no ifs and buts about that. But you never know. Player's first game for his new team. He wants to go out there and impress. He wants to do crazy things. Something goes his way. Pass goes his way. It's always a chance. It's just weird that, I feel like this should have been, someone that was, I don't know. I feel like they probably shouldn't have been able to really, claim him off waivers if this was how, he felt or what he was thinking. Again, maybe this is something where his agent maybe he was actually cool with it and then he just changed his mind. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. I will say I'm very thankful because anything that could give the team we're playing against any type of help is always an L. So, this gives us at least that little bit of happiness of knowing, okay, well, they're not going to have another cornerback on the roster. Again, I'm not sitting here telling you that Darius Slay is the scariest person out there. He's not, okay? Last time we played the Steelers, he was actually benched. Mainly because he wasn't that guy, right? But, again, you never know. First game, with a brand new team, anything is possible. And I don't like it when anything is possible because next thing you know, stupid stuff happens. So, shout out to Darius Slay. I guess sorry for Bills fans because, again, I've seen a lot of Bills fans happy about this guy and, really happy they got him because apparently they need a cornerback number 2. But it's not the guy. It's not your guy, Maybe somebody else will stop by after the Bengals game, please, and they'll figure something out. But for right now, at least, it looks like Darius Slay might go to the big retirement wheel in the sky. Okay, I don't know. Whenever someone says that, I think that means someone died. I don't know, but yeah, this is such a weird concept. Now, the one time I will say, I think we've seen this before, right? And it's happened a long time ago. I think it with the Bills. It might have been with the Bills. When Antonio Brown, I think he went to the Raiders, and he didn't want to play for the Raiders. So he went ahead and said, hey, I don't want to play for you. And he didn't play for them, right? and I think it might have been the Bills actually, because I think he actually he got traded to the Bills, and then he just said I didn't want to play for you, and that was it. And then he signed with the Raiders, I believe, and then obviously John Gruden got rid of him. So this actually, ironically enough, might be the second time we see a player just say, "Hey, listen, I understand that I'm on your team now. I don't want to be on your team now." Now, again, I don't really believe this is full-heartedly him saying he doesn't want to be a Bill. I think this is just full-heartedly him saying, "Hey, listen, I realize I'm 35 years old, and I'm just simply not the same player I used to be." And at the same time, he's made enough money to be able to say, "All right, I'm going to take a break from football, and I'm going to focus on me." So it is what it is at the end of the day. Again, like I said, it helps us out. So, but I do feel bad for Bills fans because, again, like I said, they were really excited for this dude. But, hey, well, having to go against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, that will take you out, man. That will take you out and make even the best players out there consider retirement, because Jamar Chase was about to cook him alive. Anyway, peace out.